An important and ominous Obamacare success story that few people are talking about. That's the focus of this edition of Liberty News TV. I'm Norvell Rose. We already know that Obamacare is successfully destroying the free market-based American healthcare system. That in doing so, the law is successfully moving us toward a centralized single-payer setup. That with its system of government subsidies, price controls, and cost shifting, the law is also embedding and implementing a redistribution model of how healthcare is paid for. And from time to time, we are treated by a frenzied media to some success story of an ever-grateful soul who will soon have health insurance, someone who hasn't had it before, either by choice or by budget constraint. But what about the largely overlooked Obamacare success story that could very well lead to another huge change, a fundamental and far-reaching alteration of American life? We're talking about what could be called the Obamacare catastrophe effect. The fact that, like a catastrophic train wreck, the Obamacare spectacle is drawing so much interest, so much discussion, so much scrutiny, investigation, and analysis that other assaults on our liberty are able to progress, to move forward without that much attention. One assault in particular, the administration's aggressive power grab relating to climate change. It's an elemental strategy in the progressives' playbook, a particularly insidious and useful consequence of all the complication, confusion, and chaos surrounding Obamacare and its overly dramatized website woes. Take advantage of this highly public pandemonium to allow the Environmental Protection Agency to carpet bomb us with burdensome new regulations. Yep, the EPA is definitely making its move, under cover of the Obamacare firestorm and resulting smokescreen. Lefty blogs, websites, think tanks, and agenda mills are beginning to proclaim the campaign. Mother Jones, for instance, headlining and celebrating the EPA's bold new agenda, saying the agency will be tackling some controversial environmental questions that Congress has been unable to resolve, including how to limit carbon emissions. At the just concluded United Nations Conference on Climate Change held in Poland, the U.S. delegation pretty much caved to communist Marxist countries, meaning that we will likely be sending them more and more money as reparations to make up for our past transgressions about all those greenhouse gas emissions, which the climate alarmists, of course, claim lead to freak weather events like superstorms. By the way, it wasn't that long ago that an anchor on CNN, the climate news network, actually suggested on the air that an asteroid passing close to the Earth could be blamed on global warming? But of course, that term global warming has fallen out of favor with the control freaks who want to use the specter of disastrous climate change to seize even more power. Reports are now beginning to break through the shouting about climate change. Reports that a chilly Arctic summer has left 533,000 more square miles of ocean covered with ice, representing an increase of some 29%. All that additional ice, despite the dire warnings of a noted climate scientist only a few years ago that by the summer of 2013, this past summer, the Arctic ice could have disappeared altogether, according to his learned calculations. And now some respected scientists are even beginning to talk about global cooling, as temperatures around the world have failed to live up to global warming models. Still, the unrelenting zealots and crusaders of the EPA continue to move forward with their climate agenda, their invasive regulatory efforts, far too often unnoticed because of the catastrophe effect, caused by the still exploding, ever-destructive Obamacare. Unless we remain vigilant and demand that our elected representatives do the same, this scandalous success story of Obamacare could become one of the biggest. That is Liberty News TV for today. I'm Norvell Rose. Thanks so much for joining us, and we do hope to see you right back here next time.